So, good day, everyone. I'm Princess May Nuevo, and our topic for today is all about the importance of transportation. So, under this topic are the subtopics: the different modes of transportation, the characteristics of road transportation, and lastly, the scope of highway engineering, rather. So, importance of transportation. So, transportation contributes to the economic, industrial, social, and cultural development of any country. So, it is being said that it is very vital for the economic development of any regions since every commodity produced, whether it is food, clothing, industrial products like seeds, manure, coal, steel, and etc. So, in distribution, stage, transportation is required from the production centers and later to the retailers and the consumers for distribution. So that the inadequate transportation facilities retard the process of socio-economic development of a country. The adequacy of transportation system of a country indicates its and economic development. So here we can see the several advantages of transportation. So transportation is for the advancement of the community. It is very essential for economic prosperity and general development of the country. And also, transportation is essential for strategic movement and emergency for defense of the country and also to maintain better law and order. So, so the first subtopic is the different modes of transportation. So we have four different modes of transportation that we commonly use to deliver our goods or even us people to travel in a particular place. So we have the road transportation, the rail transportation, the water transportation, and the air transportation. So first we'll tackle about the road transportation. So our road transportation is considered to be the first and the most common mode of transportation. So it is the most versatile among the four modes with the least geographical constraints. So with these characteristics or with these attributes of this road transportation, it makes it the most preferred mode for smaller loads over shorter distances, and as such, road is the only mode that performs door-to-door deliveries. Next, we have the rail transportation. So, rail transportation is also known as the train transport. So, it is a means of transport and vehicles which run on tracks, rails, or railroads. So, it is one of the most common and commonly used very cost-effective mode of transportation or commuting and goods carriage over long as well as short distances. So this is powered by an engine locomotive running on electricity or on diesel. Then next we have the water transportation. So the shipping by water has been practiced for thousands of years and remains pivotal for today's global trade. So, about 90% of all the international trade is accomplished through um, maritime transportation. So, cargo ships travel on almost every major body of water and have capacity to transport the highest volume of freight of any mode of transportation at the lowest cost. So, the greatest disadvantage of water transportation or maritime transport is that the speed of the operation. So by fare, maritime is the most slowest mode of transportation among the four that I have mentioned earlier. Next, we have the air transportation. So, air transportation is considered to be the newest mode of transportation. It is very important in domestic and international trade. And with continually improving technologies and practically unlimited roads possibilities, air transportation um, is the fastest among the and the most efficient mode of transportation among the four modes of transportation. So in conclusion, the transportation by air is the fastest, the transportation by water is the slowest, and the transportation of road is considered to be the only mode of transportation that could give the maximum service to all, because it performs door-to-door services or door-to-door deliveries. So that's for the different modes of transportation. So let's go on the characteristics of road transport. So it is very acceptable that of all the four modes of transportation, this one is considered to be the most versatile and the most used mode of transportation because it is the nearest of or it's the nearest mode of transportation to the people. So here are the characteristics of the road transportation. So transportation, sorry, uses various types of road vehicles such as cars, buses, three-wheeled automobiles, pedal cycles, and even animals-drawn vehicles. And also, road transportation requires a relatively small investment for the government, unlike those other modes of transportation. So, motor vehicles are much cheaper than carriers like rail locomotives and wagons, water and air carriers. The next characteristic is that road transport completely offers freedom to road users to transfer the vehicles from one lane to another and from one road to another according to the need and convenience. So next we have road transportation saves time. So unlike those in train stops at junctions and main station for comparatively longer time. So we can say that in road transportation, people could save time for deliveries or for other means of transportation. Next is the speed of movement is directly related with severity of accident. And the last characteristics is that road transport is the only means of transport that offers itself to the whole community alike. So that's it for the characteristic of road transport. So let's move on to the last subtopics or the last topic. We have the scope of highway engineering. So as you can see in the PowerPoint, there are five scope of highway engineering. So we have first the development planning and locations. So development planning and location refers to the historical background, the basis for planning, the master plan, and the engineering surveys and highway alignment. The second one, or the second scope, is the highway design, geometrics, and structure. So this scope of highway engineering refers to the road geometrics and their designs, the rigid and flexible pavements, design factors and thickness designs, overlay design, and the design of drainage system. And then for the third one, we have the traffic performance and its control. So traffic performance and its control refers to the traffic studies analysis, the need for new road links, traffic regulation and control, intersection design, and their controls with signs, signals, islands, and markings. And for the fourth scope of highway engineering, we have the materials, construction, and maintenance. So, in this section, it refers to the highway materials and designs, highway construction, earthwork, construction of different types of pavements, pavement failures, pavement evaluation, maintenance of pavement and drainage system, and lastly, the last scope of highway engineering is the economics, finance, and administration. So it concerns or it refers to the road user cost and economic analysis of highway projects, the pavement types and maintenance measures, and highway finance and phasing of expenditure and the administration. So that's for the scope of highway engineering, and that's for the importance of transportation and its subtopics. So, thank you for watching. That's all.